Portfolio companies at seed stage will always have a multitude of issues, right? And sometimes it is a problem directly with us as investors. Sometimes it's even amongst co-founders, and I think I might be biased, but we try not to create or get into situations where we directly cause problems or have problems with the co-founders. Where we do, it's usually a little bit of more of a frustration rather than a problem, that the co-founders are not focusing on the issues we want them to focus on, or not moving fast enough, because they tend to get into a comfort zone. The issue with first-time entrepreneurs is that they've never seen scale as an entrepreneur, and they've never seen the pace of scale as an entrepreneur. So the minute they get one client win or one client proof of concept, pilot, they suddenly excitement overwhelms them and they stop working on with the same aggressive pace. So broadly, our conflicts have been around hiring strategies, not having put enough effort into building the team fast enough. That's what you put in capital for. Sometimes it's about going too slow, not because we think they spend too much money, but what they don't calculate is for every month you waste in terms of your sales strategy being accelerated or your product launch being accelerated, it means another month of burn of capital, of a lot of fixed costs, the team, the rent, etc. And it also means 1 month less to build traction to go to Series A. So at seed stage, fundamentally, I think these are the two big problems. The third is co-founder issues. We've had to step in the case of at least 4 or 5 companies already. We have a large portfolio, so it's not too bad, but still about 10% of the companies have co-founder issues of some nature or the other. But the issue is not technically directly against us, but we have to play peacemaker and actually sort out a lot of things which we're not necessarily prepared for. So these have been the big 3 learnings. How do we resolve it in actuality? I think we use a concerted approach. We typically work with our co-investors, try to take an approach. We do the classic good cop, bad cop routine at times. Sometimes it's with our internal resources playing that. Sometimes it is with our co-investors playing that. We try to use our co-investors or our team members to push different points of view across to them, so that they understand it in different tones and different contexts, which usually is very helpful for the entrepreneur to understand that we are sincere in helping and not just bashing them up for no reason. And I think there are a lot of sessions which are equivalent of therapeutic sessions in terms of trying to get deeper, understand what's egging them down, what are their concerns, what are their problems, how can we help them. I would love to say there's been a lot more value in those kind of sessions. Unfortunately, I feel that when we step out of the room after a long 2-hour interaction, a lot of that gets lost again in the humdrum of daily activity in a startup. So I wish more founders took more advisors on in some capacity. It doesn't have to be just the investors, and took them seriously enough, because I think the recognition that there are a lot more problems which are beyond their ability to handle just goes as somehow lost on most startups. And likewise, they tend to scrounge on paying for quality resources which we are referring, or they do not do justice to the business development leads or the resource leads that we give. Those become points of contention because you're doing a lot of hard work in terms of trying to establish value for them, and they tend to disregard some of that help. So I think the ability to trust investors and use their judgment to plan out their seed to Series A journey is something that we would like entrepreneurs to sort of recognize a little better, and then work with us to sort of smoothen that path. It's a fairly bumpy path in most of our startups, and I think it happens because you just tend to ignore the advice until things come crashing down until it's too late.